So, this is a reading for the air signs Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And I started shuffling the cards, and the first one that fell out was Council of Light. You have divine orchestration and helpers in the subtle realms that are protecting you, guiding you. They are subtly showing you signs and synchronicities of where you should focus your attention on. Okay. And the first thing they want to tell you is what lights you up. What is it that is the one thing that you want or that you need to focus on that's kind of like sticking in the back of your head, you know? What is it that excites you the most about your path going into the future? Okay. We've also got here, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. What this is making me feel is that they're there to support you no matter what. And whatever your dream is, there may be something that is in your ancestral line that is something like, kind of like the way we've always done it. Okay. And it's feeling like you may be following a path that is, or on a path, even if it's a temporary one, that is something that you've always seen since the time you were a child. And it's feeling like maybe it was right in the past peoples of your life. See all these shadows here? This is making me feel of the people, ancestors, that everyone in your family tended to have some of this in them, that they either felt like they couldn't change, or they would suddenly discover they were doing the same thing and not knowing how to change it. Okay. And sometimes this requires a complete break of everything that you know. Sometimes, you may be stuck, but it's only temporary. And they're trying to show you that you don't have to live the same way your ancestors did. Okay. Or something in your lineage that, like it's always been this way, a particular belief, a belief system, an accepting of, well, they've always done it this way, so we're going to keep doing it this way. And then you have some kind of a huge aha moment that your ancestors or the divine orchestration of the Council of Light, something of the helpers in the subtle realms are coming forth to tell you that it's time for you to open up your eyes. Okay? It's an energetic upgrade. It's a new way of being, an integration of that is meant to break some kind of ancestral pattern in your life. Like maybe there was like maybe your grandfather was a policeman, then your dad was, and you feel like you have to do it too. Okay. But the universe has something else in store for you. So they're telling you that this is another, that today's a different time. Today's a different time in history. Today's a time when you need to rewrite what you want to do, what you feel guided to do. And it feels like, because we've got Saturn right here, feels like you may be holding yourself back from that. We've got Saturn, which can be restricting and banishing, and then we got Jupiter, which is expansion. So what it feels like to me is, in your past, you don't have to be what everyone else in your family has been. You don't have to do the same things they did. The universe is wanting you to change everything down to a cellular level. Jupiter's very much expansive. It's prosperity, happiness, joy, doing things differently. And so you may have to walk away that in a way that your family, and then we got Jupiter again here. So this is making me feel like yes, 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 yes. Okay. That whatever it is you're walking away from is going to take your family to a brighter, to you and the ones that come after you, to a brighter future. You are awakening to the possibilities. Maybe starting in a new moon cycle that is going to integrate in you, where you're breaking these ancestral chains. Like maybe, again, your family always did things a certain way, and you're like the throwback, or you're the one with the futuristic thinking, or something like that, where you are waking up and realizing that you don't have to be because it feels like this feels like being caught between two worlds. One that's restricting to you, that doesn't feel good to you, and one that says, come with me, come with me. Come follow your dream, follow your heart. What lights you up? You don't have to be like all the ancestors before you. Okay? And this feels like a higher conscious mind thing going on that you are feeling in your soul, that you are slowly being drawn to, regardless of anything from your past. It's stronger than the past. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's pull some more cards here and see what else on the on this pathway for you. Oh, that one literally went flat. Actually, there's two of them, I think. So we got seeing the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. So the divinity has a different purpose for you. You don't have to be like you don't have to do all the same thing. Something new is coming in that is that you're seeing, some kind of sign or synchronicity that you're seeing, because we seem to be on this on some kind of a sign and synchronicity thing now, where you're getting these subtle hints that this is the way you need to go. And maybe even some of the ancestors in your past are saying, don't be like us. This is how we live. This was our time, but now it's your time. Now is the time for you to awaken and see the light and do something different in your time, your place in history. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So take some time out, okay, and really see and feel what it is that the universe is calling you to take action on, because that's where the blossoming is going to occur, okay? This feels like the psychic realm. This feels like the deep sleep in your dream state. I'm being called up here to this little cluster of stars up here. That is where all these things are mixing, coming in, and you're picking up these little bitty energies that are going to take you off in a different direction than what you expect, because that's where your heart is calling you to be led. Okay, and rather this talks about just breaking free of old family traditions. Feeling like you need to step forth and do something different. Maybe you feel called to do a different type of medicine, or you feel, and you're getting initiated too. Okay, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So, and we've got snakes here, which is fertility, and I keep being drawn to these, but this feels like this is something that's calling you in such a way you cannot resist. Here's this new opening with going into the future. And guys, I focus on going into the future. And this almost feels like a past pathway where your family's done the same thing over and over again, but you're being drawn into the light. You're being drawn to come out of what was, what is, and what will be going into the future. Does that make sense? Okay. This feels like you're really some of you are starting to realize that you don't have to live or do, or even like the old paradigm is ending, a new paradigm is coming in where you are meant to be more. Because there's, guys, if you think about how life is today with all the with all the new technology, all the ways that we have learned how to heal ourselves, all the way that we no longer do things. I mean, we've got so much more new technology, so much more about where we openly talk about our dreams, our psychic abilities, our spiritual guidance, of how we're being called. Nothing works anymore like it used to. This is like feeling like a new paradigm going into the future of how the world's going to work in the future, and how much, and this feels like some of you may be stuck between the old and the new, okay, where you're feeling like tradition was important, and it can be, but it feels like you're being called to go into the future to experience the world and her energies in a whole new way. This could be some type of healer energy coming up. This could be some type of moving away from the old and going into the new, and doing something someone in your family's never done before. You know how some families have where they've got things from the past that they just didn't talk about? Maybe you're now like, I'm going to talk about this, okay? But it feels like regardless, you are going to be opening up a pathway that is going to change your family all the way down to a different level, a deeper level, to bring more meaning into your life, your family's life, and what you're being called to do. just so y'all know, I happen to turn it up and pick it up and look on the bottom. Answer the call. What's your soul calling to you to do? So this feels like, again, this feels like just like this. What lights you up? Okay, and this is like almost starting off the end of the body of the reading. What do you really need to sit and examine that you want for your future? Okay, your future is not going to be like anything possibly that was in the past of your family. Both these girls are dreaming of something different. Okay, they're not wanting to be anything like where they came from. They're wanting to shine their light. They're wanting to answer the calling of their soul and being energetically upgraded. Guys, we've got Pluto coming into Aquarius in November, I think it is, and then we're there for 20 years, and that's talking a lot of. I guess I'm gonna have to do a reading about the plan about Pluto going into Aquarius and how everything's going to change. I may do a reading about that, but this just feels like some air signs that are really being called to shake things up, walk out of the old paradigm completely, and being also. I'm seeing the tracker card in my mind's eye from the Native Spirit deck, shaking things up so that when the new paradigms come up, when all the new energetic shifts come in from all the different planetary moves, the planets going into different places, this feels like someone's life taking a whole 300 I forget what the degrees are, a whole turn, going to something else that feels better, that feels like it's more uplifting, more watching the sun come up and saying, today's a brand new day and I know what I want to do and I'm not letting nothing hold me back. Okay. Ooh, again, guys, look, another one. Okay, some of you, how are you being called to step up and lead? This is that high priestess energy, and she's come through this portal of leaving the past behind and stepping up. Look at her. She's got her hands on her hips. She's feeling all her chakras. She's feeling her root chakra, and she's totally wanting to step forward and do something that no one else has ever done before. Okay, or an energy that's feeling like nothing that that it's feeling like a whole, like I said, a whole new paradigm shift again. It's going to be different for each of you. That's why all these are in question marks. I'm feeling like I need to say that. What lights you up? What is your soul calling you to do? How are you being stepped up to lead? If you've got a new idea or you've got a twist on an old idea, no matter what that is, they don't want you to, the Divine Council of Light and your spirit guides and your angels and ancestors, especially your ancestors, they do not want you to stay any way, shape, or form stuck in the past. They want you to step up with these new innovative ideas. There's new technologies coming to light all the time. How are you being asked to step up and lead? And this feels like also a lot of feminine energy, or balancing out the masculine between your feminine energy and listening to your intuition. Okay. What else? Guys, I love the Council of Light members because these are all the divine teachers of the past. There's Mary here, Joseph here, Buddha's here. I think one of them is also supposed to be Kuan Yin. But there's all these different energies of the past that have come together with all of their different teachings and saying that some of it is meant to help lead and shape the future, okay? They're all maybe possibly even working together to point you towards the light, or maybe a certain group of you towards the light, of doing something different, and really questioning where your place is, or where you are meant to stand up and shine the most, okay? Even if you're scared to, okay? Step up. Grab that paradigm shift, that energy by the tail, and just and go with it and work with it, not against it. Trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? So there seems to be a lot of questions in this, of while some paradigm shifts happening that are actually telling you to trust your path no matter where you're led to go. Okay, pay attention to all the signs and synchronicities. I'm actually thinking about doing something with the members where every time I see a sign or synchronicity, I'm going to write it down. How about you write down all the signs and synchronicities that you're seeing? What are you missing, maybe even that the universe is telling you on your path? Trust where you're being led. You cannot have no doubts. You have to trust yourself more than anything, because that's where everything deep within you is already in there. Does that make sense? It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. It's all coming together. It's all going to come together. So let me grab an energy from this. So what energy might they need to know about? Your higher conscious mind is being activated along with your soul conscious, I feel like. Or your higher conscious mind with your conscious mind. This is Sirius, Pleiades, and Arcturus. Now, guys, for some of you that feel like you're starseeds, okay, these are all those energies coming in and integrating in some sort of way, whichever one you identify with, okay? I feel like that's also the higher conscious mind being elevated. What else? One more, please. One more, please. Guys, I cannot make this up. Activation. Being activated. Humans discovering fire. So this makes me think of, you're going to see some kind of sign or synchronicity that is going to help activate you. And then I'm feeling like the energies are going to start balancing out. They're showing me the equal sign of balancing out. Okay? Stay strong in your beliefs of what you want to see in the new world. Okay? Is there some idea? Okay, so somebody has an idea about something. I've also heard something about energy workers here lately. That where you're combining some type of energy work, and you're like, well, nobody's ever done this before that I can find, and you've researched it. They're telling you to go ahead because it's some kind of upgrade to your higher conscious mind that you're being initiated toward. Trust your path. There is no wrong path. They want you to know that. Wow. Okay. And you are going to find your tribe. You're going to find other people that have these similar ideas. And on a higher conscious mind level, you see all these little lights above their head. Okay. So they're showing me some kind of a group getting together in the future where you're being called to lead with this trust your path. Okay. And you are going to find others of like mind. It may not happen right away. There may be steps to it. Okay, but you and some other people, I think, are upgrading, and you're being called to this doorway. Can you see this? You're being called to this doorway, and you are going to meet up with other people that have similar ideas or help you along your path. So guys, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of times when I look at some of these cards that I get like a double meaning. I get a meaning for what the reading is for, and then they'll tell me on the side, they'll say, on the side, we want you to know that there's other people that are going to be, that even if they don't never hear this message, they're also being led towards the same final destination. This is feeling like a final destination where the energy's still swirling and where many will be able to do what one could not. So one person at a time, one group at a time, the different strengths and intuition and innovative ideas of different ones will be the ones that will be the future world changers. Whoa, okay, that is awesome. From different places, different times, these will come, these will gather, they will make the most difference. Angels, ancestors, Council of Light, is there anything else you want to tell them? It's all going to come together. Bits and pieces all over the world. They're showing me the world, and they're showing the world spinning. And they're just showing all these bright lights all over the world where these different pockets of energy are. Where these people sometimes, or different people going into the future go. Something about ley lines and carrying it. I'm sure there's so many medicine bag from the native spirit deck, and carrying this energy with you to do something with it in the future. Some of you are going to break ground that you wouldn't have thought was possible in the future. It's all coming together for you, not to you. Let the past go. What is in your highest mind, your higher consciousness that's being activated? What do you feel the strongest tug for? What do you feel the strongest? Where are your eyes being opened? They're saying. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that right there. And this is a reading for the air signs. A lot of mental activity, air, higher conscious mind, which is in your thoughts and the clarity, right? So all of this is, some of you are being strongly activated in ways that you never dreamed possible. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. The Council of Light is speaking to you. Are you listening?